All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Charlie and this is Nick. And today we have Brian with us. This is going to be more of a fitness-based podcast today. And yeah, Nick.
Welcome to the Academy, guys. All right. So we have the Jacked Blonde on the show today. He has pretty powerful online TikTok where he posts a lot of fitness recommendations, tips, and stuff, and kind of shares his journey with us. And we kind of wanted to pick his brains and get to know more about that today. But so just to start off, like honestly, super basic. What are some of your long-term goals? I know you said you're a 17-year-old kid, you just graduated from high school. You plan on going to college or?
Yeah. So basically right now, my plan personally is to obviously continue the fitness influencer road I'm going down right now, and just kind of continue on with that, try to build like a fan base a little bit, maybe start up a YouTube channel here soon. Maybe try to build up on that. But for now, the biggest goal for me is going to college, and my plan is to get a 2-year degree and get my advanced EMT and try to become a fireman.
Awesome.
That's the long-term goal right now for me. But as of now, I'm looking more towards of like a part-time kind of thing with fitness influencing and stuff like that.
You view it as almost like a little side hustle that you
Yeah, exactly.
Super cool.
So Brian, I'm going to cut you off real quick because I've been wondering this question since we figured out you were coming on. Do you care if I share my screen to your Instagram real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So I've been lifting for about 2 years, but how do you get tree trunk legs like this? Like these things, like I've been able to grow my entire body except my legs, but like these are just massive. What's your secret?
Okay, so this is actually really funny. So I played so like I said before recording, I graduated on actually last Thursday. So probably 3 months prior to that, I was playing football, and I was doing just football. I was playing that as a sport, and it's funny because since I was playing football, I literally like never hit my legs. I would destroy my upper body, get my upper body strong, but I would never really hit legs while I was in the gym because we were doing so many like explosion type focused workouts into the legs. So it was never like building muscle into the legs wise, and as in like making your legs bigger and look better is more of just kind of like making your leg more powerful type workouts. So I never really, whenever I would always work out twice a day. Whenever I was doing football, I would do fourth block weightlifting and then do my practice, and then right after that go straight to the gym, and I would just literally never hit legs. And because I didn't want my legs to be sore during games and just a whole bunch of reasons, I just never hit legs. So my legs were always super small. And then literally directly after football season, I instantly went straight into just destroying my legs, and I would go into the gym and hit legs probably 2-3 hours a day. Wow. And I would used to focus on legs and shoulders all at the same time throughout my workouts, but I've decided that since there's just so many muscles that you can focus on in just your legs, quads, hamstrings, calves. I mean, there's just so many things that you can focus on, so many muscle groups you have to hit. I've decided to start just focusing on legs one day and focusing that entire day towards legs. And gotcha. I've been doing that now for about 2-3 months, and my legs have grown like crazy, started to get veins in them, and it's awesome.
So you would say that you don't skip leg day?
What's that?
You would say you don't skip leg day?
Oh, no.
It's a big stigma in this age, like that people are currently skipping leg day. And like, I just find it unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah, I did skip leg day.
Nick always cancels on leg day.
That's not true.
Nick always cancels.
I've got my squat up recently, actually. It's not super strong, but
yeah, but believe it or not, leg day is actually one of my favorite days to hit. I love leg day. I love going in and just destroying my legs because I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like whenever I get done with the leg workout, like it's just, I feel like I accomplished something. I don't know. It's weird.
It tears you up. That's for certain.
Yeah.
Bro, and I love that you have aesthetics in your bio. Me too. Like I've literally had that in my bio probably like ever since I was a sophomore in high school. I don't know why. It's just it truly is a lifestyle.
I've always looked at it as I'd rather look like I can bench than 405 than actually build it.
Actually do it, yes, sir. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that, honestly. Yeah, powerlifting, it's fun, and I'll start off my lifts with like compound movements, like squat and bench, but I never like seriously try to get into like strength building rep schemes or anything like
Oh
that.
yeah, well, see that's exactly how I am. I used to be big into like, oh, I can bench more than you, I can do this, I can squat this, I can bench this. But ever since I've started getting into like the bodybuilding world and started working out with a coach and started like taking it really serious, and I've started to realize that, like I said, I'd rather look like I can bench 405 than
Yeah,
actually be able to bench 405.
definitely. So, I mean, do you have any competition plans like that? Or is that something you'd ever want to do?
Yeah, well, actually, I have a competition. I was 3 weeks out yesterday. I'm competing at the Battle at the River in Chattanooga, Tennessee, on
What
June 12th.
what what category?
I am doing all three. I'm doing men's physique, classic physique, and bodybuilding.
Really?
Oh yeah,
No way. That's awesome.
I'm doing men's physique teen, classic physique teen, and then I'm doing bodybuilding open. So I'll be competing against not everybody.
Everyone on that.
Yeah,
That one's gonna be tough. Why'd you
all
decide to do all three? I'm just curious.
Well, the thing is that I felt like, so I definitely wanted to do two, and my going into it, I was just going to do bodybuilding and classic physique just because I wanted to get my feet wet with it because I knew that this is something like I really like to do. And so going into my first show, I at least wanted to do two things. And I'd already decided I wanted to do open just to kind of see how I would like compete against those guys. Because obviously I'm not up to their level yet, but I just kind of want to see.
Dude, they're all
Yeah,
juiced to the huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to see how I'd like. What's that?
They're just all like super conditioned, like it's
Yeah,
insane. Like I don't know, some of it's not even like human sometimes
yeah.
what those pros show up with. Damn, that's awesome.
But yeah, I just kind of want to see like how I
Classic
compete
physique.
with those
You
guys.
got that in the bag. I think you have a perfect physique for that. That'd be awesome.
I appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah, so we were kind of talking a little bit about pre-workout or workout splits, right? So I was just curious, I mean, do you want to share with what workout split you do or how you like, do you recommend a PPL or kind of separating the body parts up more?
So me personally, I used to do an Arnold split, which would be chest and back Monday, shoulders and shoulders and back Tuesday, and then legs, and then I would just repeat and hit everything twice a week. But I've started getting into where I will do more of focusing on one muscle group, and then at the very end just burning out another. So as I've started to work out with a coach and everything, he started to get me into like I just said, these kind of workouts where it's more of like, so Monday I will destroy my chest, and obviously while you're hitting chest, you're benching, inclining, you're hitting triceps while you're already at it. So at the very end, I'll just completely focus on chest for 2 hours, and at the very end, I'll hit a really hardcore tricep burnout and then leave. And then same thing with chest. I mean, same thing with back and biceps. I'll destroy my back, and then the very end, hit a bicep burnout.
And then maybe 2 days later, you gotcha. In your split, you'll hit that muscle group again. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty similar. I stick to like the classic push pull legs, honestly.
Yeah.
6 days a week, 1 day off, pretty much, if I can do it.
He's very small.
We're trying to get back on it. We stopped lifting. Yeah, I mean, so what is some of your motivations that got you lifting? I mean, why'd you start lifting?
It's actually, yeah, well, it's actually a really funny story. So I back in high school, I'm actually like really young for like my graduating class, I guess you could say. And so I was always one of the last people to like be able to drive. And so one of my buddies, he's actually really old for our class, and he was 16 whenever like beginning of sophomore year. And so he would always be my ride home, but he was huge into the gym. And he always told me, he was like, hey, yeah, I'll take you home, but you got to come to the gym with me first.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you're my only ride. It's like, I have to go.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I ended up starting to go with him, and we started getting into it big time. And ever since then, I've just kind of like fell in love with it. And then about 2 or 3 years later, now here we are. I love it.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so some older buddies from high school. I mean, that's pretty much how I got into it too. That's cool. So how do you balance everything? How do you make sure you're not only worried about lifting? Because I know, like, from personal experience, like especially when you're trying to like really improve your physique, it seems like every part of your day is directed towards building your physique, getting proper nutrition, lifting, sleeping enough. So how do you stay balanced to make sure that's not all you worry about?
Yeah, well, see, the thing for me is that like I'm obviously like I'm always gonna put like my girlfriend and my family first, and then I'm gonna put gym, and that's just like kind of like how I've always been. I'm sure that's how everybody is, but the way I look at it is I'll always look at my schedule the day before and then base my workout around that. And another thing is for me is like with nutrition is I will cook all of my meals the night before, throw them in like the Tupperware, and then if I'm out like just like today, I'm gonna go out to the pool at around 2 o'clock and be out there all day. So I'm right after this Zoom call, I'm gonna go to the gym, get a little workout in, bring my food with me, throw it in the refrigerator, and enjoy my day, but also every few hours whip out my meal and eat it. So, I mean, it's really just all about being balanced. And I like to work. I like to live my life, but work my workouts around like my plans with friends, family, stuff like that throughout the day.
Definitely. We usually can always find time to fit it in.
Oh, for sure. Even if that means waking up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, that's always something I'm willing to do.
Yeah, gotcha. And you do like kind of like a daily meal prep pretty much, like the night before you get
Yeah.
all ready. And that's how
Oh,
you stay
for sure. Yeah.
efficient. How often
The
would you say you cheat on that or deviate from the nutrition plan? Not
well,
necessarily cheating.
I'll tell you, the biggest thing for me is, and I know a lot of people say this, and like I know Greg Doucette's a huge. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's a huge guy when it comes to finding a diet that you feel like you can stick to, and not after 3 months be like, okay, I'm over this. I'm tired of the same food. So, biggest thing for me is to not cheat. Is I've found foods that I actually enjoy that I can eat and not be like, oh man, I'm still craving sugar. I'm still craving this. I'm still craving that. So for me, um, the way I look at it is very first thing in the morning. I'm sure y'all have heard of it, anabolic French toast. That
Yeah,
is the
no,
first thing I eat.
I was about to mention your anabolic recipes. So that's
Yeah,
that's where part of it
every
comes
single
into. Gotcha.
yeah. And so I eat that every single morning, and I feel like because of that, it kind of like kicks that sugar craving out of the, just kicks it right out the door. Like first thing in the morning, it's kind of like, okay, I got my sugar down, I got my something that makes me feel satisfied first thing in the morning, and then now I'm gonna eat chicken and rice the rest of the day.
Yeah, gotcha. But it helps you keep you on point. So that's
Yeah.
good. All right.
So so I have a question. So let's say you were building like a team of lifters, right? Like famous
Okay.
people, whatever you want. You have to have a separate one for bench, deadlift, and squat. Who would those three people be? You can pick on anyone.
Powerlifting check.
Anyone, like even people I don't know, or
Yes.
oh man.
Yeah, fitness personalities, celebrities, anyone.
Let me think. I'm gonna have to go with probably like Larry Wills. I mean, you have to go with Larry Wills on the deadlift.
Yeah.
The goat.
Squat. Squat. Man, I really don't know. See, I'm not big into powerlifting stuff, so I don't really know very many people like that.
It's an interesting question.
There is a guy at the gym I go to. It's called the Grit House actually, and he squats over 800 pounds. His name's Zach. Probably Zach. And then for bench, we'll go with Eddie Hall.
Goat, literal. Damn, that's gonna be interesting. Him and Hathor. Oh, that was crazy. They both slimmed down so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Eddie Hall went from being literally massive to having abs. It was.
Yeah, I know. They have like full on abs. The best in shape, like 300-pound men I've ever seen in my entire life.
Seriously.
No, it's crazy. All right. So I'm kind of curious about like your TikTok. And so how do you view that, or how do you differentiate that as a passion between just like a business that you're trying to do?
So basically it all started out with me just kind of like I said, I've always been a big fan of the gym and everything, and like it always kind of intrigued me the way that people would make TikToks like based throughout the gym, and like kind of help the people that are just starting to get into the gym, like what they like and what they should be taking and what kind of workouts they should be doing. So I've kind of took that to my advantage, like my knowledge to advantage. And I started posting TikToks. It's what I'm most well known for, is the best underrated gym brands, the best supplements for beginners, the best supplements for high stem pre-workout, stuff like that. And I've tried probably an unbelievable amount of different pre-workouts. So and supplements just in general. So like I know what kind of pre-workouts are good and what are bad. So I kind of use like my knowledge to help people out that are like just starting to get into the gym, like what kind of supplements they should be taking, and people who want to save money, what kind of gym brands they can buy, and just little stuff like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. I
What's
was
your
kind of curious
favorite
on how you
pre-workout?
came up.
So that's kind of like that's kind of where I've like found my passion, because I always like helping people, be like, take this if you're a beginner, take this if
Yeah,
you're wanting a high stem, just stuff that I've learned from my past. I want to teach people that are just starting to get into the gym, basically.
yeah, about something you're informed about as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I mean, so I was kind of also curious on that, on so you get the idea from that content just because you're knowledgeable about it and stuff, but is that also kind of a strategy to maybe get sponsorships by, recommending companies' products? I mean, because I know that's a huge thing, and that's pretty much a huge way a lot of
Yeah.
fitness influencers or brands get monetized.
Yeah. So I have had a unbelievable amount of brands reach out to me, and I've actually had a brand called Pump Chasers, Typhon, Full
Pump
String.
Chasers started by Chris Jones, right?
What is it?
Chris Jones, right? That's Pump Chasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm very familiar with that. Their guys are awesome.
And Whole Strength. I mean, there's just a number of brands. The biggest two brands I'm working with right now, though, are Typhon and Dragon Fitness. And the only reason that I picked those two brands is because I feel like Dragon Fitness is a very, very small brand that is just really trying to build up. I don't know the guy personally, the owner of the brand. I've never met him in person, but obviously I've talked to him on call, DM, text, and he just seems like a really, really good guy. And he just seems like he's just trying to get a business going. He's actually just graduating high school also, so he's like in the same boat I am. And so it's just kind of something like I'm helping him out with by wearing his stuff in my videos and stuff like that. Now that's what I'm doing as far as like apparel. Now, supplements, I've had probably 4 or 5 brands reach out to me, and I've tried their pre-workouts and I've tried their proteins, but I just don't really show it in my videos just because I don't feel like they're the kind of stuff I want to be promoting. I feel like I only want to be promoting the best stuff, because I don't want to be one of those guys that
Has like
gets
5
off.
links in their bio that they don't even
Yeah,
know anything
yeah.
about.
Yeah, they
No,
get
definitely.
offered. They're like, "Hey, we'll give you this, regardless of how good this product is. We'll give you this $100 to promote it on your TikTok." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
understood.
the way I look at it is, I'd rather be promoting a good supplement and be getting paid nothing than be getting paid something and promoting a bad supplement.
Yeah, and so that's kind of why you chose to go with that other brand, so you could grow
Exactly.
with that business because it was so small. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd love to probably talk with him on the show. So maybe after this,
Yeah.
we get his info. That's awesome. And so, would you recommend other people who are into lifting, have a passion for lifting, to start their own TikTok, Instagram, go on this journey of being a fitness influencer?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, like the way I look at it is like there really is no you can't go wrong with starting up your own.
No downside, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong. Like the only advice that I can really give is just posting consistent, because I know that whenever I first started my TikTok, I'd post like once a week and I was getting like 200 views. Like I was getting no reach. I had no followers. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take this serious. This is something that like I'm passionate about. This is something I want to show people. This is something I want to give out my knowledge to. So I started posting every single day. And because of that, I started building up a following. And now here we are. And I do feel like, obviously there's a lot of people out there that are 10 times more knowledgeable than me about a whole bunch of range of stuff. And I feel like, me personally, just giving that knowledge to people on TikTok and on Instagram, it's just like, I mean, worst case scenario, you don't really get any followers, but I mean, like, what are you losing at that point?
Exactly. Teaching other people to work out is never a bad thing, or get healthier. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And so I mean, I noticed TikTok. I mean, TikTok's big for you. I mean, do you think
Mhm.
TikTok is what you're gonna primarily stick to? Do you like TikTok the best, or how do you feel like that is as a social media platform?
I feel like TikTok is like if you were to start up a fitness account, TikTok would definitely be the way to go because it's probably the easiest way to get reach. Just because
Yeah,
you can
I definitely feel like that's the
time.
you're
Yeah,
in front of more random people than any
exactly.
other social media platform just because they just see so many videos every day.
Yeah, and so I mean, me personally, like just because my following is so much higher on TikTok than it is on Instagram, I'm definitely more focused on TikTok than I would say be like Instagram. But
Yeah, definitely.
um now I am trying to build up an Instagram right now, but like I said, my following is just so much higher on TikTok than it is on Instagram that it's kind of hard not to focus more on TikTok than it would be, say, like Instagram. Or if I was to start up a YouTube, that's obviously be something I'd focus on, but that's just something I haven't really got into yet.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. You start doing vlogs and stuff like that. And I see like your TikTok, it's a lot more entertainment focused
Yeah.
content. So yeah, I could definitely see like that's where you choose to try to build a following. I definitely think that's probably one of the best places nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
With that. Awesome. Yeah, and so you already talked about how you grew that TikTok. That's super inspiring. I'm sure some other people would definitely be interested in that.
What is it?
Sorry, no, I was just talking about how you've already kind of mentioned how you grew your own TikTok,
Oh,
just
yeah,
through
yeah.
like creating those like promotional videos and mentioning
Mhm.
brands and stuff. And so I don't know, I think that's super interesting. That's really, I don't know, I think that's really cool. Who knows how
Yeah.
far to go.
So I got another game for you, Brian. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
All right, awesome. So I briefly was able to move this. So
Gym
I want you,
machines
I'm
to
gonna pull up a picture
energize.
of gym equipment. I want you to
Gym
rate
machine.
it. I want you to rate it 1 to 10 of how like much you like think it benefits people. Okay.
Okay.
So we got the lat pull down first. Classic. Look at that. Look at that really squeeze at the end when you pull down.
That nice V taper.
Me personally, I never really do lat pull downs just because
Okay.
I like I use the machine, but I don't use that certain bar. So I'll put a hex bar on, and I'll
Really?
do the narrow grip pull down.
Really? So do you
Yeah,
think her hand should
Lats
be
as well.
wider if she's using the wide grip? Because I normally, when I do it, my hands are deep, like touching the little balls at the end.
yeah. See, me personally, because that's basically just gonna hit like your upper back. And
Yeah.
so me with that is I'll hit rows or I'll hit or actually I feel like another way that you can use that exact same bar with that exact same machine and get 3 times the effect is reverse grip. I feel
That's what
like
I was thinking. I was about to
yeah,
say the reverse grip.
I feel like reverse grip works like in my opinion, I feel like it just targets my muscles 3 times more than it would be overhand grip.
Really?
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah,
That's
that's
interesting to me. I love traditional lat pull downs.
yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna start switching it up a little bit then.
All right. So we got the second one, the salmon ladder, one of my favorites. Never been able to do it, but
Yeah,
it's still
there's
one of
no
my
way you can
favorites.
do this,
I
Charlie.
mean, to be honest with you, I never even tried it.
No, I couldn't imagine.
I saw it. Have you ever seen the show Arrow?
Yes, yeah,
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 I've
yeah.
seen Oliver Queen do that a bunch. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do that one day.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's also on American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those before, like on shows and everything, but like I've never actually been to a gym that like has one. So now it would be something I would try, but I've just never really had the chance to. But
Really.
that is that is something actually pretty cool. I've never even thought of that as like a really like workout, but I guess I
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
All right. So we got the classic next. Just
I mean, you can't
mainstream.
go wrong. Can't go wrong with the classic bench press, especially if you're going lighter weight, slower reps. I mean, you go lighter weight, slower reps, you're gonna build that chest.
Do you ever start off your workout with like incline bench? I mean,
Yes, that's actually
and you just not do
yeah,
flat
yeah,
bench.
yeah. So me, I used to always do first thing I would do is flat bench, but like I said, as I've started to work with a coach, a guy that knows 40 times more than I do
Yeah.
about working out and been in the fitness industry for 20 something years. All for some reason, I don't know the science behind it or what, but he's always told me hit upper chest first, incline first,
Really?
then flat
Okay.
bench.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
why.
stuck
So
in the
is this-
same thing.
Yeah.
Is this proper form though? Because legs aren't really back, shoulders aren't really back against the bench. Like, what are we thinking here? What would we rate the form?
Rate the form. His arch isn't very good. His
The
shoulders
arch
aren't
is
dug in.
not very
Could
good.
have a bigger
Yeah.
arch, but other than that, it's like awful.
His hands are pretty wide.
They are
and his,
wide.
His wrists
feet-
look like they're about to break.
Yeah, and his feet aren't tucked back. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 10.
Wow, and this is the first picture that comes up on Google for bench press.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
That's
People are misinformed.
unbelievable.
All right, I got a last one. So I've never known what this machine does. I personally don't. I used to, this was the only machine I could max out on. So I would kind of like show off about it, but I have no idea what it does.
I've always felt so uncomfortable using those machines. I've just
100%.
never. What's that?
100%. It was like,
Yeah.
you can like, it just doesn't even look like it does anything.
Oh,
You're
exactly.
hating on the
It's just-
hip abductors?
Yeah, it basically just gonna like work the outside of your thigh, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I've just never been a huge fan on those kind of things. I'm
never gonna notice it.
I didn't even know what
just-
to call it when I didn't even know what to call it when I like typed it in. I typed in gym machine for thighs.
I think it's
But-
called hip abductor or something.
All right, awesome. This is a fun little game, man.
Fun game, chat. I love it.
I love my games. You know that, Nick.
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right. So do you think that you've made any mistakes when you started training? Like, what was like the main one that first time lifters do and they regret?
So the biggest thing for me was just like not really staying consistent. So one of the biggest things like going into lifting is just being consistent. So whenever you're very, very, very first starting out, now if you're later on down the road, I would say your diet, because that's a huge thing that I didn't even really realize I was doing wrong until about 8 months ago.
That's my biggest mistake, 100%.
Yeah, see, that is like a huge mistake that people are making, because they think that they can go into the gym for 2-3 hours a day, like train like crazy, get an amazing workout in, but then right after go to Shane's Rib Shack and grab a burger. Like that's just like you
Or
can't.
have like a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah, like
double
you.
chocolate.
Or
I mean, at that point, I'm not saying that you aren't gonna like build muscle, but you're not gonna look like you want to. Like you're not gonna get the body you're looking for if you're not in a good diet. But
yeah, if you're eating like a pound of ice cream each night, it's not gonna go well.
exactly,
or not eating enough. I mean, personally, I found that was like my biggest thing. Like you said, I go to the gym like 2 hours, every day, grind it out. A lot of people do that, but until I started like eating enough and getting proper nutrition, my physique doesn't really catch up until then.
Yeah, see, and another thing that kind of put me into perspective was take a guy that goes to the gym and doesn't eat healthy, and then take a guy that eats healthy but doesn't go to the gym. The guy that eats healthy and doesn't go to the gym is probably going to look better than the guy that goes to the gym and doesn't.
Yeah, he's gonna be shredded.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's insane because like I would be like, there was one summer where I moved to Connecticut for a summer for an internship, and I was just working and running 5 miles a morning and lifting like 3 hours a day, and that's all I was doing, and eating like meal prepping chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day. And I got into the best shape of my life, but right when I stopped doing it, completely like I looked the same before I started, because you have to be consistent with that.
Exactly. See, and that's another huge thing is that like whenever a lot of these guys will go from cutting and going into a really, really great insane meal prep, and then bam, oh, I want to bulk. I'm going to go straight into eating all this junk food. And then instantly when you do that, you put your body in shock, and your body's just not going to respond well at all.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, another thing is that if you are deciding to bulk, I would suggest like I guess lean bulk, which is kind of just eating what you are while you're in a cut, but just at a double, just kind of like double that. Eat exactly not. Now, I wouldn't say that you can't eat like now here and there, since you are in a bulk, like you can't eat like, oh, I can go to Baskin Robbins, grab like an ice cream cone or something small, like maybe once a week or something when you're in a cut, like not prepping for a show or something. But
yeah,
me personally, if you're bulking, I would suggest lean bulk, which is just kind of like eating what you would as if you were in a really strong cut, but just doubling it up.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make sure
Have
it's
you-
over the maintenance.
Have you heard about carnivore shred protein?
I have not.
It's a protein that has like
No one's heard of that.
It's supposed to do like the you can bulk while you cut and like grow muscle while you're
Possible.
cutting. I've
I've never heard of it. I've just always been a big fan of the isolate protein, like any kind of whey isolate, just because it's I mean, if you take whey protein, you take isolate, the isolate's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but it just processes through your body better, and you get more benefits out of the isolate than you do just
It's
standard.
leaner. Like it's better macro wise.
Yeah, and it's not as thick too, so I love that about it.
Awesome. Sick. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, so is there anything you guys want to share with people watching, or any messages or anything? Obviously, we'll tell them to, go check out your channel, follow your TikTok and stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Go check out the go check out the gym I got work out at the Grit House. Look them up on Instagram.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
It's called the Grit House. They are awesome. It's a really, really cool gym. I've been to probably 5 or 6 different gyms in the past 3 or 4 years. And this is no doubt one of the best I've been to. They're kind of like an old school. It's where I'm taking all those pictures. I mean, they have a huge painting on like the second you walk into the left, the huge painting on the wall is just a huge painting of Arnold, which I thought's like really, really cool. It's just kind of like an old timey, like old school type gym.
And you can like actually lift. They don't really care what you do. It's not,
See,
not
that's
like all the gyms nowadays.
Yeah, bro. In there, like at any time of the day when you walk in, there's at least one guy in there deadlifting 600 pounds, and at least 8 guys with their shirts off, 10 guys in there, 4 times the size of me. I mean, I love the gym.
Yeah, it's fun, honestly. Yeah.
I just wanted to
just go focus, forget about everything else, and just put some stress
give
on
them
your
a little
body.
shout out because it's actually where my coach owns the gym, and he's a great guy. So I just wanted to give that gym a little shout out
for sure
for helping me in my journey.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for coming on. A little round of applause for Brian. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're definitely going to be posting we've decided on every Thursday and Sunday at 8 p.m., 7, 8. We haven't decided which time yet, but make sure you go like our Instagram, like our YouTube, subscribe. Make sure you go look at Jack Blonde. Awesome guest today, but thank you guys for coming on, and welcome to the Academy.
Welcome to the Academy. Give us some comments for feedback or criticism below. We really appreciate it, guys. Awesome.